the tiny who's shelled. Your support duo just does a lot more on its own. This makes more sense to me overall, I think.
Okay, so you have a lot more faith in OG in this game 2 than their draft in game 1.
Yes, I think the problems they've been facing are not as apparent in this game. They should be able to overcome them. And then it's just a question of, can you out teamfight and outscale Tundra, which is not necessarily easy on its own either, but you don't have to play against some weird like sniper cheese pick, you know. You saw what Thompson's playing. I feel like anytime that happens, you're a little happy.
Sure.
So you got your best
class.
chance. Give him that.
9 class this time around is not going to gift OG a free first blood. He'll stick with the team. Tundra's just all gonna stick on their tower.
30 seconds to battle.
I think the biggest factor might be if this Brew or this Darkseer gets a good lead. Like, either of these heroes being the strongest in the game is really going to dictate the team fights. Generally, the Brew maybe is a little faster, but he has a tough lane this game.
He has a tough lane, and I don't think that the Brewlings are very free in this game, right? You have Lifestealer and Death Prophet Exorcism. If he has a bad lane and falls behind in any way, nice deny from Seb. The early leap to deny the ward does kind of kill some of his laning presence for sure, but funny move nonetheless. Anyway, if you're behind on Brewmaster, I think your Brewlings just get destroyed by Death Prophet and Lifestealer.
You also have Moonlight Shadow, which means he can't necessarily see everything and stick on them. Yeah, I agree.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's not the freest game for either offlaner here. There's some interaction, but if they get strong, if you get like a fast Brewmaster Radiance or Vessel or whatever, and you're just going in the fight dispelling Darkseer spells, then you're gonna be happy. We're all level 1 top. Pretty important here that Whisper doesn't get too much regen burn. He's getting beat the hell up though. God damn. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna lose a courier too with tangos. That's a rough first wave for OG. Ideally, you just want to trade neutrally or like
look at Whitemon. He's targeted the weakness. He knows what's going on. They do a lot of damage to Pure though. He steps up into one of those ion shells, and they actually get a lot of damage back into play.
You just gotta stand your ground and fight. So they even it out a bit. That's a lot of regen gone from Whisper though. His entire mana pool. He bought 3 mangoes. That's gonna be his answer here.
Oh, and their sentry gets instantly tried to go for the block on the easy camp. Preemptively laid out the sentry on the hard right side of that camp, so it gets instantly dewarded. So that camp's gonna stay open. Not the best there. BZM and Thompson trading health for damage.
His lane got like pushed out bottom super far too early. I think the camps have been causing Seb issues, honestly, which, I mean, he's like very new to the role. It takes a long time to understand intuitively what happens with these camps sometimes, even if you logically understand it, which we all know he does. And Wave will get back here, but it is going to meet first, so should continue to shove into Toby, and he's just having a pretty free lane here early on. Meanwhile, mid's going well for BZM, though. He is really taking it to Thompson early. Set himself up well here.
Yeah, just destroying him on the Crypt Swarms. Getting all that CS.
No water room top for you, Thompson. Already gone. Just going to be a battle of the nuke spam mid, I suppose. As OG finally get the wave back top for Whisper. He doesn't have to keep plowing through these mangoes.
And they'll get the Lotus as well. That's a pretty massive pickup in a matchup where you just kind of have to brawl with Ion Shell and hope that you have enough HP to push through.
Well, these lanes are a bit more stable for OG than some of these other games we've seen. They've started to alleviate that problem at least. But again, it's just gonna come down to the execution. Can you get these like cheeky Darkseer kills? Can you play around the DP? And Tundra have to keep these things in mind and ideally try and respond to them.
Oh, double Cogburn on Whisper's Darkseer, so he loses a bunch of mana there. Still has some angles to work with, though.
He's got some stick charge, too.
Yeah.
And he just wants experience here. 9 class looking for the water rune off the stack, potentially here. Deny it from BZM would be a big win. Yeah, he's going to have to leave the 50-50. The lane is just too shoved in. BZM continuing to dominate this mid matchup, up like 10 CS.
Ari toss back into the ion shells. Can they kill Pure here? If not, can they kill Whitemon? Vacuum doesn't actually grab Pure or Whisper, a little late on that.
Again, you talk about this execution, right? These
Yeah.
little plays, if they work, start to pull ahead. If they don't, you're just stuck in this lane that you're not winning the CS battle necessarily. It's costing your Darkseer some decent regen here.
Seems like bottom lane's a free farm lane for both cores. Maybe it'll change once we start getting phase boots for Tomato on the higher levels, but right now seems free for Toby.
They just got the wave back super early. They got a good big camp pull off. Tundra were very happy about the early stages of this lane, and once you get past that, if the Brew gets some levels, then the man fight isn't as straightforward for Tomato. Level 1 leap for Seb also hurt their harass a little bit on those early waves.
Ari tried to go for the toss back, didn't work, hit a creep instead. Whisper in some trouble. Vacuum, last ditch effort to try and get a kill out of it, but it's first blood that goes to Tundra, and they'll get the second kill as well, unless Ari, ooh, just need the beam. 1 second, lose sight of him, but got the hit off, so Pure collects both heads.
And 1 hit on 2 heroes, that is some feels bad man right there. And you can't even
Makes me
really
think back of
rotate.
the vacuum, the missed vacuum, right?
Yep.
Like if he hits that vacuum, what could have been?
And this is the execution, right? Like you can't look at this and just be like, oh, it's a draft thing, like, oh, they picked Darkseer lanes a lot. Like, they had opportunity to win this lane. And winning a lane with Darkseer can mean a lot of things, because the hero doesn't have to just dominate the CS board to win a lane. You just get some cheap kills, get experience.
Pure just got the second Lotus and is doing a ton of damage to Whisper now.
Ari's very strong here, though.
Hey, you wanted some chaos. Early rotation from Seb. Lands the arrow. Ensures that the
that's
Clockwork's
nice.
dead. And they can still chase down Pure as Seb. He's got an ion shell. And he leaps forward to make contact with Pure. They get the double kill. So there's the disruption of lanes you were talking about. If you lose the lanes, you got to disrupt some things. Unfortunately, it does cost BZM his life, as 9 class made that rotation as he was freed up from bottom.
Man, you just got manned up on by Thompson. Didn't want to pop the Exo. Dealt 1,000 damage by Razor with Eye of the Storm just leading his armor here. That's a weird kill, honestly. Not one I would have expected here. I mean, you have Siphons and Exo up a regen rune. It's a tough kill target, but Tundra find it with just a Rubik rotation.
The Rubik continues to rotate. TP's top. Blood Grenade thrown out on Whisper. OG. Are they going to fight back here? They just going to leave Whisper to die. The Avalanche goes out. A Surge, but they had the Vision, man. 9 class gets the swing. I don't know how he saw him, though. Jesus.
They brought the DP up here, but is there a play?
Missed
No
the arrow.
Avalanche. Yeah, this is just
No
wasted time
Avalanche.
for BZM. Not connecting in the early game here for OG. Tundra continue to take advantage of it. They're getting
Now the
the
Death Prophet's going to be
experience.
met by Thompson. Thompson, this is a perfect place. Eye of the Storm in the river. Nobody else to take the hits. He'll get away. Oh, maybe the toss back. Maybe they can still finish him up. Thompson's getting a little bit low.
He's
Whisper
out of
can't get
siphons.
close enough, and now he's out of siphons. And he's dead on BZM. They'll save him for Pure, I guess. And Pure gets yet another double kill. Pure is so damn jacked right now. 4,500 net worth already.
I mean, Tundra just outplaying OG in these early games. They're just bringing the better numbers, finding the better connection on the spells. That's an Exorcism, and the rest of your siphons in a river fight that just does nothing for you. You don't even have the phase boots up on DP. BZM's lane, which was great, turns into a nightmare. As Pure has made this Luna look really good on this lane.
They're
phase.
so desperate to shut down Pure. They're going to get the toss back on him. But the TP rotations are coming in. Got inside of the cogs, a little bit awkward, but Ari is outnumbered. The arrow lands on a Pure, but it's a bit too late for that one. And now Whisper doesn't have Surge, so he's going to get run down as well. Even Toby showing up to this fight to run down Seb. It's all going wrong for OG. Every single one of these rotations is just turning bad.
They just keep trying to force it into this Luna, but again, that's the strength of the Luna pick. This is one of those carries that just sits there and fights you and doesn't care because his lane phase is so strong. He's giving everybody bonus damage. He has beam to help him team fight. And they put this DP on an island. Tundra got the solo kill on BZM, turned that lane around. His other EXO, or his first EXO, yielded nothing. And now Thompson just running him down again.
Yeah, he's going to get him again.
This is nightmare fuel for BZM right now. I mean, he's a Death Prophet. You have to play through this hero. You cannot just leave him to be getting ganked, not using EXO to create pressure on the map. And this is going to be a tier 1 dead. This is the Death Prophet's tier 1 dead at 10 minutes.
Yeah. I think it's... Darkseer can be a good hero to play through, but he's also a hero you can leave alone, right? Like, they could have had the supports focusing more on mid and let Whisper just Ion Shell waves and stuff.
Or you connect that DP to the Darkseer fight somehow. Yeah. Smoke him up there, be ready for it, or BZM can TP if the fight's closer to the tower. But you got to get him involved somewhere with these supports or the core combination. The hero's way too powerful in his early game fights with EXO to just not get that value out of it. And now Pure is... he's just ginormous. He's about to have Dragonlance Mask of Madness in like 11 minutes. What even is this, right?
Yeah, he may not show his face for a while, but he, you know, that Mask of Madness, early Dragonlance like that, he's gonna take jungle so quickly. Hook shot onto the Life Stealer with a drain. Perfect combination. Great setup from Whitemon, hitting that angle from behind.
This is just everything coming together for Tundra here. This Luna pick has worked out completely. OG will try and take the fight top.
Yeah, this is maybe a little bit of an overstep from Thompson. If they can finish him off, it would be so good they get him. Thompson, I mean, they made a great move to bottom. Pure rotated through the gate to actually take the tower, but Tundra, they got greedy with it. They didn't want to give OG the top lane tower in return. They wanted to hold both top and take bottom, and it cost them a bit of their lead.
It's a big find for BZM, puts him back in this game. And that's the type of group up that I wanted to see from OG earlier. Like, combine this Death Prophet on that Darkseer fight, and it's way different when all that damage is there together. You get the tower, you get kills, you get some more waves. That's a 1,000 gold move from BZM right there. Puts him back in this completely.
12-minute power rune. Trying to get it for the Death Prophet. 2 supports scare him off of an arcane rune that would have been a lovely pickup for him.
So Pure's definitely ahead this game. But this is still a game OG can play from behind with like Darkseer team fight. Okay, that was a little awkward.
We're good, we're good.
But you are racing against some BKB timings here. That's the biggest concern for OG, is if Thompson and Pure get really fast defensive items, like maybe Pure's just so far ahead he doesn't need it, but if he gets Manta +1, if Thompson gets BKB, you don't have the best control against the defense capabilities here from Tundra. You just have to be able to kite it out or bring the Lifestealer into the fight and let him do the work.
They have the mech done for the Darkseer. That adds a lot in this team fight for BZM. He's going to use the Surge to make sure Seb's out. But I almost feel like that BKB timing you're talking about, it kind of means OG need to take some fights here, even if they have been losing some of them. This mech timing is here now. The BKBs are going to be coming in a few minutes.
I mean, you want to keep fighting with EXO if you can. We haven't seen this brew split though, and Vessel done for Toby, brew split up. he is pretty strong in a fight himself now. If he just gets Haze, Vessel, and the DP splits, that type of fight looks pretty strong, and you do have to respect it. And you are farming up a lifestealer. Like, Tomato's been mostly untouched this game. He's not going to keep the same pace as Pure here. That's the scary part. How far ahead this Luna is. But Radiant's lifestealer can also do some work this game.
Yeah. Radiance, that mischance adds a lot of survivability if you infest the Death Prophet and you have the Radiance burn combined with the mech. I mean, all of this combines together for a Death Prophet that may go from like 1500 HP to like 3000 effective, you know?
Witchblade for the DP. Interesting choice. I mean, this used to be like the default build a while ago. It gives you more damage, but we've seen more just Kaya, Sange.
Yep.
Like Yules, something to help you survive and tank up a bit. This doesn't really do that. So if you go this Witchblade on BZM, you run in a fight and you get bursted down by some Eye of the Storm, hook shot, eclipse type thing, you're going to be real sad about it.
I actually like it a lot because it gives you armor. So I think you need that armor when you're up against Luna Razor, and that armor is made more effective by the extra HP you're getting off of Mech and Infest, right? It's like they're going to give you the HP, you just need to have the armor to make it worth it. Oh, Lifestealer surrounded. He's going to pop out here, doesn't have rage. He is surrounded by too many heroes, he knows it too. 9 class is going to take Infest from the Lifestealer. That's going to be an interesting pickup.
Yeah, it's a solid one. Make some TP plays with it. You can bail buddy out in the fight. And the Vessel connection on the mid.
Vessel with a hook shot. Arrow just buys BCM a little bit more time, but it's not much. Maybe it's enough to get the kill on White. But no, the Infest steal. It goes out. Stolen Spirit Siphon. Oh, he's going to catch up. Nice surge, though. It's actually getting BCM away. Oh, he instantly gets dispelled. Nice reaction from Toby. Doesn't let the Death Prophet get away.
You're going to get more off this, too. You can just run people down.
Yeah, Pure is going to join in. Pure always on the connection. It makes Tundra's moves look so efficient.
He's a very aggressive carry. And that's why when they start snowballing, that snowball builds fast because he is willing to join everything. And a pause by Whitemon as Pure is mid-beam.
Is that a game freeze or something? I had something going on there. Either way, this fight does not look super fun. Hey, man, they're going to have a Manta. 30 gold for Pure. He gets a Manta. He's already 3,500 net worth ahead of the Lifestealer. You get the Manta. This window between him having Manta and Tomato not having Radiance, he's going to get so far ahead in net worth. I wouldn't be surprised to see him be like 7k up or something on him.
It's going to happen here, especially if they win some fights. Well, we'll have a resume here. Whitemon does rejoin the game. Tundra will not lose another player mid-tournament, thankfully.
That's a good one.
I had to throw that out at least once, you know.
BKB is done for Thompson. It's going to be flying out in the courier now. So you don't really have an answer to that.
No.
I don't think the Death Prophet is strong enough, especially with only level 1 exorcism, to keep the Razor at bay.
No, you got to kite it out. Use Moonlight Shadow, use Surge. Because Manta for Pure done, BKB for Thompson done. Those are those big items that just very tough for you to fight right now. And honestly, your Radiance on the Lifestealer might come out at the same time the Radiance for Toby does. So you might not even have a Radiance advantage in this game.
That's true.
This is kind of the part where you want the Darkseer to start picking up some speed. Like you're running around with some shell target, finding a couple pickoffs, or at least getting lanes in super deep and out farming people, because Darkseer can out farm you in the mid game for sure. You get to that Ags, and then suddenly you can start punching the Luna in the fight and turning some of that strength against Tundra. That's the comeback potential here. Tundra making moves, 2-man smoke. They want to use this Razor BKB, get a fight into an easy Roshan.
Seb going to be forced to use a lot of leap charges here. and almost still got him. It was a close call. Looks like they may run into Ari instead. Ari disappears into the trees, also TP's back. TP's on a ward, which Thompson...
I mean, he wants somebody here.
Yeah, he wants to use his BKB for a kill or two.
Won't find it. OG dodge the gank. Well,
Seb doesn't dodge it, though.
Or does he?
He's away,
Dodges
but so
the
is that
gank.
class stolen leap.
Time for Tomato. Another pause by Whitemon.
Tomato's getting so close. He's got the relic gold. He just needs the talisman.
I mean, Pure definitely sweating right now. All these pauses. Historically not worked out.
God damn, there's a lot of good Tundra jokes, man.
I mean, there are. You gotta embrace the memes, honestly, you know?
That's true. That's true.
You gotta laugh with them and just like make them part of your brand.
Is it possible to descend? Never mind. I won't say that one.
Yeah, it's dangerous out here.
Just saw some drawing on the minimap. You know, I got a little nervous.
Yeah, he's going BKB on the Luna. So that's gonna just be like okay, we're just going Roche Pit. We don't care if you 5v5 us with double BKB. You don't have the damage to get through it. That is gonna be a real test for OG in this game. Maybe the test if they can get through that period. As they race towards this Radiance timing, it is Tomato against Toby. They are both pretty much equal distance from it.
I feel very good about OG if they get to that three items on each core, right? If you get to like Whisper, right? Get Blink Ags. Every fight you're gonna be getting a wall and then a second illusion by punching the Luna. That's total. That by itself can win a team fight for you. Double Luna illusions, that can just destroy the entire team, right? If BZM gets to his BKB plus some extra HP with a Guardian Greaves and Infest behind him and a Radiance Burn as well, slowing down these right-click damage, like that is all gonna add up to a crap ton of effective HP. But can they get there is the question. And right now, it's BZM getting picked off at the top lane.
Not the kind of death you can afford if you want to get to that team fight. I agree. The 5-man punch from OG looks strong if they get there. But that's what we keep saying, if they get there. That has been the biggest issue. Can they get to these points on even enough footing to take that type of fight? You bleed these kills, it just costs you more and more. The BKB from Pure is getting completed at insane pace here, as he just has so much room to operate. And I feel like the second that's done, like, you're threatening Roche. You're going to have your Brew Radiance here. The next couple of camps, everything's coming together for Tundra. They're lining it all up. And you're talking about these Darkseer illusions. Like, you have the Brewmaster for some Dispel in this game.
That's true.
It's not completely free. Blink on Ari. They want to get something done with this Shell, Surge, Tiny. Another Infest steal. He's just going to Infest Pure.
BZM caught in the river. Hookshot goes out. Force Staff saves him. Seb breaks the link and dodges the hook shot.
I mean, he's dead there if he gets hooked.
Yeah.
You have a brief window to force him out. They get that force. Save BZM. Can you push here? Are you confident enough in your 5v5 right now before the Luna BKB? Yes, they are. They're going to force it with level 2 Exo for this tier 1. No Radiance on the Brewmaster, no BKB on the Luna. Pretty good time for OG to try and make something happen.
Oh, the arrow comes through, doesn't land. Thompson trying to chase him down. The Radiance is now complete. They wanted to take this fight while Toby's split was on cooldown, but it just doesn't work for them. Forces out the clockwork. Ari will eventually die. No, wait, the Infest goes down. Thompson actually took a ton of damage there. Eventually, Ari does die as Pure comes in through the back to clean up. And he's fine with fighting all three of these heroes. They got a Luna illusion, though. Pure did not put that into his estimation. A Stolen Surge will help him get away from Tomato. A Telekinesis tosses him back as well. Just a blind arrow thrown out there, hoping for the best. Doesn't land on anything, though. Now chasing down the Brewmaster. They could get him or the split out of him. They got the split out of him. And they have the Luna illusion. They're actually destroying these Brewlings. He's got to get out. Run, Fire Panda, run. Whoa, 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 Tomato, chill out here. Chill out. No need to dive tier 3s. Arrows after arrow being thrown out by 9 class. Not quite landing either one of them.
Bizarre fight, but one that showed OG strength in the 5-on-5, honestly. Pure, he's 5 or 6k ahead, runs in there. Can't take that man fight. I mean, it was 1v4.
Yeah.
He also just got bailed out by Stolen Surge. By 9 class here. He threw, I think, 2 of them on the Luna that fight. They last forever. It's like he just has Haster running the whole time. Super impactful. But that's a 1-team fight for OG, technically. They get a tower off that. They don't lose any big heroes.
And opting for 4-staff and now thinking about Pipe. So much less offensive choices from Whisper than his original quick buy had. Now opting for something that'll help BZM survive. Of course, if BZM's alone, can't really do much for him.
Tundra just had his number, man. He's had a rough couple series here as the pickoffs, the lack of help in the early game means he just falls behind the enemy mid, and then there's not much you can do on the map right now. And that'll be Roshan for Tundra. Radiance done for Toby. Was not done in that last fight, so OG had Radiance advantage, which was pretty big.
Yeah. Now they're going to have double lives, Primal Split, Radiance, double BKBs. A lot of timings for Tundra. Take a Tormentor here for OG. They're going to give up. They're going to give the Aegis. You want to at least make sure that your Tormentor doesn't get stolen away by the big 5-man push that's inevitably going to come from Tundra. They get the Shard for Tiny. Useless.
That's a great one here. Really, really hitting their timing now.
It's funny how the like Tiny and Batrider are like the 2 supports that are most favored in the patch right now. Both just have terrible support shards.
It's pretty rough. And that says, I guess that says how strong the hero is. If your shard's useless and you're still a top tier pick. OG wanna
They're gonna break the smoke, trying to go for the kill on Thompson. They did not realize though that everyone was sitting behind him. Well, not everyone, not the Luna. So maybe this is why they want to take this fight. 4-staff push Zari the wrong way. Now the lifesteal's gonna pop out. Still wants to go for this kill on the Razor. They get a 4-staff. He got stunned, but can they see him? BCM coming through with a Spirit Siphon, trying to do some damage. 4-staff trying to get him away from Pure. Pure, the damage is scary, especially with the shard on out, but they got a good wall thrown in. Ari tosses up Pure. He's getting a little bit low, but the Glaze, they bounce to finish up the Death Prophet. Now Tomato's fighting, but he doesn't have the Death Prophet's damage. They don't have enough to punch through these heroes anymore, and Tomato will just get run down. Pure, relentless in his Aegis pressure, doesn't even lose it.
Dude, 9 class owned that fight. Yeah. I mean, all the damage is this Luna Brew going through, but he gets the lift on the Tiny, so there's no toss back on the Razor. Steals Avalanche, locks them in that cog cage by Whitemon, and then he steals Spirit Siphon on the back end of that fight and just chases people down. Really solid support performance here from Tundra to just set this fight up. Makes it easy for the cores, honestly. And the biggest thing there is BZM just doesn't have BKB. If you have BKB on Death Prophet, there's a decent chance you can just BKB there against the Eclipse, against the Brewmaster damage over time, and just man up with the Exorcism running. You might be able to take Pure down before he chases you. But his game has been so shut down, so delayed. You're still looking for this second item on the Death Prophet, and you're feeling it. you're absolutely feeling it here if you're OG, because you just don't have a front line.
Radiant's top tower
It's all
is under
Tomato
attack.
going in twice, but he got full linked. He got linked and then infested, and it's just running when he comes out, and he loses 200 damage to tops in there.
Yeah, and all of that was off of OG trying to scramble to take a team fight, and it's why they were very staggered. Because the Luna was top, they thought, well, no pure means that we should take any fight we can.
This is the
BZM
same
gonna get
word.
picked off again. Yeah,
That team is coming, but I think it's a little too slow.
Tomato, yeah, he realizes even if he gets there, the Death Prophet's dead anyway.
The vision is just killing OG, man. They're just
Yeah, look at
dying
that
on the
class.
same wards. Over
Got
and
another
over.
really deep ward. He has rage, so he can survive through this.
Of course
And now he's
he
just
can.
baited OG into death.
Another quick collection for Pure Conda done, almost level 20. Still has Aegis for a minute here. You're talking about a 7k net worth gap? How about a 8 or 9k net worth gap?
Damn.
As he is close to doubling up Tomato.
Radiant's middle tower
And he's just
Oh
gonna
my
take his
god,
base.
he's just gonna hit tier 4s.
Why not? You still have Aegis for a minute. The first Aegis here. His
The
pace
Luna's
is
the
just
best
insane.
hero to do this. Glaives destroy tier 4s. They just bounce between those two buildings.
I don't think he's leaving.
I don't think so either.
This is a qualifier spot at DreamLeague.
Whisper, they're gonna have to get one hell of a wall. Seb losing half his HP from one Lucent Beam. Hiding around Pure a little bit here. Whisper trying to head back to the fountain. Oh, hook shot doesn't quite land on him. They could have finished off Whisper.
Nice
That would have been
silence.
massive. Now he has to throw out the wall, but it doesn't land on the Luna. It doesn't get what they are looking for out of that one. Big drain going out from Thompson. Pops to BKB. Pushes back against
dying.
BZM, but the Infest gives the HP advantage to BZM until the Luna comes in. Almost finished him off. A long range zap
Nine
from
class.
9 class. Gets him barely, but a Fade Bolt finishes him off. Tomato now has to push back Pure by himself. I mean, he's going to get a helping hand of like an Ion Shell. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Not without the wall. Pure, he's just waving goodbye. Puts out the Eclipse. They go back to the fountain once again. Trying to wait out the Lifestealer Rage. Hookshot. No, that's going to miss. They hit to creep instead. They go for Ari. Blink. Telekinesis. A quick round of nukes, and Ari almost dead. While the Primal Split goes out, the building is going to fall, and there's nothing they could do to stop it.
over.
Toby throws Tomato up in the air. He's helpless to stop
God.
a 2-0 victory for Tundra, as they are going to be the second Western European team going to Dream League Season 23.
I mean, well deserved. They make this whole lower bracket run, taking 3 or 4 teams out on their way to booking that ticket, and they looked